welcome back to Embrace and Evolve with Cassie. I'm your host, Cassie. This season has been about healing, wholeness, discernment, and learning how to love wisely. And today's episode speaks to a tension of many of us feel, especially after a heartbreak or a loss. If you're new here, welcome. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel so you wouldn't miss an episode. And I want to say thank you for all who tuned in and listening. I appreciate your support. Last week, we talked about being whole again. Some things we have to let go or what's holding us down so we can move on to a higher blessing. So this episode is called, oh my God, your heart, not hiding it. Guarding your heart means moving with wisdom, boundaries, and discernment, not fear. It's about staying open to love and connection while protecting your peace and honoring your healing you worked for. And healing teaches us the difference. Healing teaches us the difference between protecting our peace and pushing people away. Sometimes it gives us the clarity to respond from wholeness instead of fear. After pain, many of us promise ourselves, like, I never let this happen again. You know what? I learned my lesson. So we protect ourselves by pulling back. We stop sharing. We stop trusting. We stop letting people into our lives. And we called it boundaries. But there's a difference between protection and isolation. Protection creates a space for healthy love, healthy growth, while isolation builds walls that keep connection out. Knowing the difference help you stay safe without shutting down your heart. And sometimes guarding your heart means being intentional with accessing. Hiding your heart means avoiding vulnerability altogether. One leads to peace, the other leads to, yes, loneliness. Have you ever guarded your heart so tightly that you blocked out the connection? Yes, I have, through friendships and networking. I blocked so many people coming in because of what happened in my past. I pay attention to your actions, and I pay attention to certain things, certain words. Guarding your heart looks like moving at your healthy pace. Moving at healthy pace means allowing connections to grow naturally instead of rushing intimacy or commitment. It gives you time to observe, pray, reflect, and make decisions from clarity than emotions. Watching patterns, not just words. Watching patterns, not just words, mean paying attention to what someone constantly does, not only what they promise. Actions reveal character over time and help you discern if their behavior aligns with their intentions. Setting boundaries without guilt. Well, setting boundaries without guilt means honoring your limits without feeling the need to over explain or apologize for protecting your peace. Healthy boundaries don't push people away, they create a space for respect and emotional safety. Communicating your needs clearly, which means communicating your needs clearly means expressing what you feel and what you require without hinting, without minimizing, or expecting others to guess. Clarity invites understanding and gives the relationship a fair chance to grow in a healthy way. Choosing consistency over chemistry. Choosing consistency over chemistry means valuing steady effort, reliability, and emotional safety more than intense feelings alone. Real connection is built on what lasts, not just what feels exciting in that moment. Guarding your heart doesn't mean closing off. It means that you're being selective. Are selective on certain things, certain people. You can still laugh, you can still love, you can still connect. You're just more aware, you're more alert now. And awareness is growth, in my opinion. Hiding your heart looks like withholding emotions to feel in control, assuming people will hurt you eventually, keeping conversations surface level, avoiding closeness even when it feels safe, leaving before someone gets too close. Hello. Hiding feels safe at first, but over time it becomes heavy because humans are wired for connection, and healing doesn't require isolation, it requires discernment. Staying emotional safe without shutting down looks like taking time to trust instead of rushing vulnerability, checking in with your emotions regularly, naming triggers instead of ignoring them, and also allowing people to earn access gradually. Speaking up when something doesn't sit right. Emotional safety comes from self trust, from knowing you can protect your peace and allow love in. You don't need walls, you need wisdom. Sometimes men and women may express guarding their hearts differently, but the need is the same. For example, some men shut down emotionally. This can look like withdrawing, avoiding difficult conversations, or struggling to express feelings when things feel overwhelmed. Often it's a learned way of coping rather than a lack of care. Some women overextended emotionally. This can look like giving too much, over explaining, or carrying the emotional weight of the relationship alone. It often comes from a desire to keep connection, even at the expense of personal boundaries. Healing invites both to meet in the middle, to communicate honestly, to stay present, to love without losing themselves. Emotional available doesn't mean emotional exposed. It means emotional aware. You're aware of the situation. So here's today's takeaway. You can guard your heart and still remain to love, to connect, and try new experiences. You can protect your peace while intentionally building safe, life giving community. You can heal deeply without becoming distant or unreachable. Wholeness doesn't require isolation. Love doesn't require access to every part of your right away. It's not built on urgency. It's built on trust, nurture over time, and also sustained through intentional care. So write this down in your journal. Where am I being called to open my heart carefully, not fearfully? Write this affirmation in your journal. I guard my heart with wisdom, not fear. I allow safe to love and connection into my life. Thank you for being here and growing with me this season. If you're navigating healing boundaries and emotional wellness, I want to support you. My grief journal, My Heart Forgot to Tell You, is available on Amazon. My workbook, The Healing Pages, is available on my website, which is Cassie5.shop. And if you like to connect, share your thoughts, suggest topics, email me at embraceandevolve25@gmail.com. Until next time, protect your peace, stay open to love, and keep evolving.